Questions swirling about whether a top Russian commander is alive. Ukraine's special forces claimed that they had killed the head of Russia's Black Sea Fleet, Admiral Viktor Sokolov, in a recent strike on the fleet's headquarters in Crimea. But the Kremlin has since shared a video purportedly showing Sokolov in a defense meeting. CNN cannot confirm the veracity of that video, but now Ukraine is clarifying their information. And when asked by CNN's Christian Amanpour today, Kyiv's new defense minister was non-committal.
Minister, can you confirm that the head of Russia's Black Sea Fleet, Viktor Sokolov, is in fact dead or alive?
Well, first of all, he is in our temporary occupied territory, so he should not be there at all. So if he is dead, it's a good news for everybody that we are continuing to deoccupy our territory.
All right, let's talk about this with retired Army Major John Spencer. All right. What is your read on this, considering that it's also prudent to be very skeptical of what the Russians say about this kind of thing?
Absolutely. I mean, the Russians lie more than they tell the truth, but it's almost unnecessary vagueness. Like, if he's alive, show him on TV. I mean, it reminds me of Baghdad Bob. Like, there's no problem here.
This is the picture that they're showing. If we can put it back up, actually, so that we can see it. They're showing a picture of him in a meeting. There's this picture here. I mean, what do you make of this? It's not definitive.
Not definitive. No idea when it was taken. It looks like he's in a hospital bed. I mean, it's just crazy. It's unnecessary.
Would his death, if it were to have happened, or if he's just taken out of commission, is that something that would have a noticeable impact on Russian capabilities, on the Black Sea Fleet's capabilities?
Absolutely. I mean, they're a top-down military. They take instructions from these senior leaders that you can't just replace. So not only the fact that he was hit, but the headquarters and all those other personnel, right? If you can't identify bodies, you don't know who they were, but there was a lot of officers. It's going
about being targeted by the Ukrainians. What does that change about how they operate there?
I mean, it changes everything. It changes the rotation of the ships. It changes their strikes, because the Black Sea Fleet, let's be clear, it's the force that bombs Ukrainian civilian sites. It's going to upset all of that, cause their momentum, their safety, like you said. If they're not safe in their headquarters in Sevastopol, and they're not safe anywhere.
This is part of a concentration, we should be clear, that we've seen by the Ukrainians on Crimea, and we've heard it from the president. They want Crimea back. What do you make of this concerted effort in Crimea?
I mean, I think it's the right strategy. I mean, Crimea is Ukraine, but Ukraine has to win back Crimea to basically have a strategic victory of this campaign. And they're doing it. They're making it untenable for Russian military forces to stay in Crimea, which is a path to the victory. I can't get inside the head of Putin, because it's not rational to continue thus far, but as they continue to lose these billion-dollar ships and these strategic assets, you would think that would make a reasonable and rational decision, but clearly their air defenses are weak, and they have all these weaknesses to allow Ukraine to strike with cardboard drones and things like that so easily that there has to be a change, you think, for Russia.
They need to get the Kerch Bridge, and we've seen a couple attacks on that at least, and get through this land bridge to that area. Can they do that? What are the challenges?
I mean, of course, cutting the land bridge is a much bigger challenge, but we're already seeing them have identifiable, recognized breakthroughs of the Suburban line, the defensive lines, which are heading towards cutting that land bridge. The Kerch Bridge is pretty easy to strike. It's just how much more do they want to strike it, but it's a key to Crimea as well.
Yeah, we'll see. It seems like, if anything, you can be sure they will attempt it again. Absolutely. From what we've seen. John, great to have you. Thank you so much.